Well, this week, economists expressed cautious optimism about the performance of the economy this year. Slow growth is expected to continue. That's on the back of weak business confidence and even slowing global economy. Now, analysts expect that the ANC will win the upcoming elections and also say that focus after that should be on stability and policy certainty. But they do say that change will not happen overnight.
The struggle for many South Africans to get jobs is far from over. Some believe conditions will be tougher before they get better. This is on the back of the slowing global economic growth as a result of trade tensions between the world superpowers and the weak local economy.
Let's look at the global picture. First of all, just look at geopolitics. Look at the strife between the US and China. That breeds uncertainty. And you know, uncertainty is a major factor. It is what international markets hate more than anything else. And what do? We're putting up the uncertainty level, and I think we're likely to see interest rates in the US go a bit higher. Maybe not as high as was expected, but higher. What does that do? It must slow down the business tempo. It must slow down the ability of the rest of the world to export into South Africa.
Business confidence index as measured by SABC declined in December, indicating the task of restoring the business and investor climate remains a major challenge.
The challenges still remain. How are we going to get growth going so that we can address some of these issues, perhaps not solve it immediately? And that is the challenge I think that we're facing in 2019. And as you mentioned, the World Bank, lower growth, but still it's growth. And let's hope we can do more to incense investor confidence and business confidence.
Absa Purchasing Managers Index, measuring the health of the manufacturing sector, rose above the neutral 50 points mark in December. This signals growth in the sector. Manufacturing production grew at a slower pace in November. It slowed from an annual 2.8% in October to 1.6% in November. This is as a result of weak demand.
Weak demand is a challenge that we've been seeing for quite some time with our manufacturers. And then on the input sides, that can vary from time to time, but at the moment, energy is a very large input for most of our manufacturers, and reliable energy supply from a supply point of view as well as a cost point of view and cost increase point of view is quite a challenge that our manufacturers are facing at the moment.
NAMSA figures show total vehicle sales dropped to 553,390 units in 2018, down by 0.9% from 1.8% increase in 2017. Nedbank economist Isaac Matseho says the vehicle market is likely to record some gains in 2019 in line with the anticipated recovery in overall economic activity, although the rise will be modest. The Monetary Policy Committee of the Reserve Bank will meet next week, and it's expected that they will keep the repo rate unchanged. Investec Chief Economist Annabel Bishop says the start of 2019 has seen risk aversion abate somewhat in global markets as commentary from US monetary authorities has become less hawkish. She says the petrol price cuts in the last few months will lower consumer inflation over the medium term. Stats SA is also expected to release the mining production and retail trade sales data for November next week. Gloria Sefakomusi, SABC News, Johannesburg.
Well, it's time now for our weekly feature, Your Money on Market Sense, the first segment of the year.